doing well. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then hello and welcome. My name is Jess. We talk about all things travel, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, vlogs, etc. on this channel. There's a little bit of everything, but mainly the fashion bit, so if this is what you like, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But today's video is going to be my spring capsule wardrobe for 2023. So I'll leave all the links to the past couple of years down below, because if I'm honest, not that much has really changed. This is pretty much the same kind of stuff, just the odd thing that I would consider to be an essential that may have slightly changed. So basically, what's on this rail is what I already am or will be wearing a lot of and styling with different pieces, with each other, etc. throughout the coming season. So I very much believe that having a capsule wardrobe is completely particular to an individual. What you might choose to wear all the time might be different from what I wear all the time, but it doesn't mean that it's not a capsule wardrobe. Your capsule is basically the pieces that you pick out all of the time. So if you are someone who really likes wearing black maxi dresses, for example, then that would be considered your capsule piece, like one of the pieces in that wardrobe. Whereas for me, that wouldn't be something I'd reach for. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, you might like a trench coat, you might prefer a fur coat, like it's completely personal preference. But if you want to know more about how I do streamline my wardrobe and how I do find my personal style and really get my wardrobe to that place where I can wear everything with everything and I just love it, I'll leave my podcast episode down below, because I did recently do one and I've had a lot of messages saying that it's been really helpful. So fingers crossed it helps you too. Also did a bit of a wardrobe organisation recently, which was eventful to say the least, so that will be down in the description box too. But without further ado, we're going to jump into the video and I'm going to share with you the capsule wardrobe that I'm going to be wearing this season, along with the shoe choices. So I've got 5 pairs of shoes and obviously the rail. So I thought we'll go rail first and then we'll touch on footwear. So starting at the very beginning, we have a basic bodysuit from my all-time favourite place to buy basics, which is Abercrombie. And you might think Abercrombie's a bit dated, but it's having a comeback and I'm really loving it at the moment. Like, there is so many good pieces in Abercrombie that you literally cannot avoid it at the moment. Like, it's so good, especially for things like this bodysuit that I'm wearing. And I've actually got the white version here as well because I picked up both. They were about £30 each, which is a little bit more expensive for a basic bodysuit, but the quality of these is insane. So the actual body part is a lot thicker, so it's all double lined front and back. Which reminds me of the Friends quote. But it's double lined front and back on the body part, and obviously it's a little thong bodysuit, so very nice and simple. You won't have any VPLs or anything when you wear this, and they are so good because that double lining just, for one, makes your silhouette look really smooth, but also means that you don't really have to wear a bra, or if you do wear a bra, you literally can't see like the shape or anything, obviously apart from like the actual like lining, because obviously if you're wearing a bra you can see the shape because of the fact that it's under, but you can't like see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not see-through. So I highly recommend getting these. I will leave all of my favourite Abercrombie basics in the description bit down below. I'll put a link to my Shop Like to Know It profile and I'll tag like a few different bits, because I do buy a lot of bodysuits and basics and things from there that I honestly cannot live without, and these are two that since I got a couple of weeks ago I cannot stop reaching for. They've replaced pretty much all of my basic t-shirts and stuff at the moment because they're just so comfortable, and also the days when it's absolutely freezing they work as a good base layer to keep you a bit warmer. Then we've got stripes, which, let's be honest, you could not have a spring video without mentioning a stripe. They are genuinely the most essential part, I think, of a spring wardrobe, apart from a trench coat, which we'll get into in a bit. This one's Zara and it was a medium, and it's just a really nice jumper that kind of fits the perfect length. It's striped, it's a classic style that's going to last forever, it's never going to really go out. Stripes come back every year and they are just an essential. They're really easy to style, they kind of go with everything. Like, they literally go with everything. So I've got this striped jumper and then I've got a cropped long sleeve striped top which I got from Primark that I equally really like, but I just didn't want to include it in this video because I didn't want to add like too many things or too many stripes. Then I've got a classic creamy nude jumper, because I don't know about you, but when we start creeping into the spring months I tend to kind of slightly boycott my black wardrobe, because I am quite a black lover through and through. I wear a lot of black. All black outfits are my favourite thing in the world. But as we get into the spring summer months, I do find myself gravitating a bit more to these softer neutrals. So this kind of thing where it is like a, it's not quite cream, it's not quite neutral, it's like a nice like speckled in the middle jumper that works really well for styling with like pretty much every colour that I have, which isn't many. The most colourful I get is like a pair of blue jeans or like a green green sweatshirt. Like, we don't get too adventurous around here, but this does go with pretty much every type of denim that I own, and the black and the neutrals, and it's just really good for various things. So like, you could wear this with jeans and boots, you could dress it up and down, and that's the one thing I do like, is those kind of slightly lighter weight knits for the spring. Although, to be honest, like, I live in England, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this probably do as well, and spring is not always that warm, so sometimes you do need those slightly thicker jumpers. So I definitely recommend having a couple in a capsule. However they work for you, whether you like the printed ones or the colourful ones, is fine, but I definitely just recommend having a couple of jumpers that are maybe slightly different thicknesses, just because it's not always that warm. And also, sometimes what I like to do is, if, for example, I'm wearing like this outfit just with like a leather jacket over the top, I might tie the jumper like around my shoulders, just so it gives that kind of like preppy look. So it does actually keep you a bit warmer, because it's kind of like a scarf, but it also looks really cool too. Then I went for some activewear, because I'll be honest, activewear has become a very essential part of my wardrobe, and I don't personally think that any wardrobe should be complete without it. Personally, I think this is my most reached for thing ever. I literally wear this combination all the time. It's just a classic little tee from H&M, which is a dupe of the Adanola ones. These are, I want to say, either £9 or £17 or something like that. They're not that expensive, but I actually have a couple of these myself. All my friends have them. It's just a really gorgeous fit, and it's just one of those t-shirts that works really well for the gym, but also can be worn kind of outside of the gym if you want to. And then the classic black Ultimate Adanola leggings, which I wear a small in both of these, if you're looking for size reference, but they're just a winning combination. Like, I wear my leggings all the time with jumpers, sweatshirts, under my trench with like a sports bra. Like, genuinely, I just live in this kind of outfit, and this could be styled with anything on here, like separates all together, and it would look good. So I highly recommend investing and not completely discarding your activewear as being part of your capsule wardrobe, because honestly, I think since the whole like lockdown situation, because honestly, I think if we've learned anything from the last couple of years, it's that it is definitely socially acceptable to wear sweatpants and leggings and activewear pretty much all the time. Like, it's now a cool thing to wear, whereas a few years ago we just wouldn't have touched leggings. Now we all just wear them 24/7. Like, I probably will get back in leggings after this video. And then, speaking of sweatpants, I couldn't resist adding my current favourite tracksuit into this video. I do have quite a few. I live in them, to be honest, on an everyday basis, because I work from home, so a lot of my everyday outfits are a little bit more relaxed. Although if I leave the house, I do typically tend to dress up and like wear something nicer. But if I'm just nipping into town, or I'm going round and about, or like just going shopping on a weekend, I'll wear sweatpants. So this is my current favourite set, which is from Primark. You can pick these up for so inexpensive. I actually did look in the men's yesterday, and the men's sweatpants were £5.50, and the sweatshirts were about £6 or £7, and they look exactly the same, like exactly the same. The only difference is the boys have a pocket on the back of their sweatpants, and they're obviously a little bit more of a straight leg fit, so depending if you like that. But these are roughly like £8 and £12, so not too expensive. I buy these in a medium and these in an extra small, and honestly, I just live in them. I think you can't go wrong with a basic tracksuit, because for one, the sweatshirt kind of mixes and matches throughout your wardrobe. Likewise with the sweatpants, and the nice soft grey is perfect, because it is that kind of lighter colour for spring and summer. Although if you wanted to go for a black or something, obviously go do your own thing, whatever you think works. I actually do have a sage green, I've got an orange, I've got a cream. Like, there is a lot of options in my wardrobe, but this is the one that I've been reaching for the most recently, so it made sense to pop it in this video because it is currently a really big staple. Then moving on, we've got my selection of like bottom halves. So couldn't resist putting these in. If you follow me on Instagram, then you've probably seen these a million times, but these are the Pull & Bear turnover hem trousers. You can get these from pretty much everywhere now. They have become a really big trend. They're kind of like a dupe of the Dickies trousers that everyone was like actually turning over recently, and now it's just become like a fashion thing to have them, and I really like these. I just think they're a nice take on your classic tailored trouser, because they give a little bit more of an interest. They're a little bit more like cool, and I just really like them because I think they're a bit more of a statement. But black tailored trousers for me are quite an essential in my wardrobe, and I think they are something that is just really easy, whether you're going to the office, whether you're going for like out for somewhere. You can dress them up and down really easily. And we've got a white satin skirt, which colour is not necessary, like you can go for whatever colour you want, but I personally think a satin skirt is an essential year round. There is so many ways that you can style these, and it's very much a new thing in my wardrobe. I think I only got this, I I think maybe like mid-December to end of December. I wore it on New Year's with like a little white t-shirt and some heels, and I really liked it. And since then I have actually been styling it with like jumpers or, you know, t-shirts and sandals and stuff when I'm planning holiday outfits. And I think they are such a good thing to have in your wardrobe because you can dress them up or down so easily. So this with a little white t-shirt and a leather jacket and some like just simple black boots or some trainers or something would dress it down, but then equally you could wear it with like a nice little top or a jumper and some like smarter boots or heels and it dresses it up. But honestly, I've been reaching for this a lot more than I thought I would. When I bought it, I wasn't sure how I'd style it, and I've actually found myself really gravitating towards it. Then we've got this pair of leather shorts, which I did actually have, and I do still have, a pair from Topshop that I've had for ages. They don't fit me currently, and I actually replaced them with this pair from Nasty Gal, which are faux leather, and I love them, and they fit really nicely. So I just think leather shorts are that kind of good transition out of like leather leggings and leather trousers, but still keeping those bits of leather in for the spring. I'll leave the link down below to my spring capsule wardrobe on Instagram because I did actually style all of these and like do a really cool video. Then we've got blue denim jeans, light wash specifically, which I really like when it comes to spring and summer. I don't know what it is, but I've recently really started to enjoy blue denim. I do still kind of bring out my cream and my black a lot, but I have definitely noticed that I've been gravitating more towards the blue pair recently, which is why these are the ones in the video. I didn't want to give all three in the video because it's just, it gets a lot. So this is my favourite style and colour, but I do also wear the cream and the black versions of these a lot too. So this is the weekday row, and these are honestly my favourite style of denim ever. I buy them in a 32 leg, which is quite long. I'm 5'4". I do have kind of long legs though, so 5'4" but with a bit long leg. And I just really like it because it means they're a little bit longer over your foot. So you can turn them up, but it just means that you get that kind of like more gathered at the end look rather than being super cropped. Because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of out of my cropped era of jean at the moment. So I'm kind of loving this style, and I just think with blue jeans you really can't go wrong. They are just, again, a year-round staple. But specifically these I've been reaching for a lot more this season already. Then moving on to the outerwear, we have my coat. My beloved trench coat, which I honestly cannot live without. I bring this out at every given moment. So this comes out a lot in spring and autumn. I really just, I think I've got my cost per wear down probably now to like 50p. I wear it all the time. I have actually got a styling video for a trench coat either coming just before this video or just after, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. But it's honestly such a great style because trench coats are completely timeless. They've been around for year upon year upon year. This is from the 80s and it's still just as fashionable and relevant now, even like 20-30 years later. So I highly recommend getting your hands on one. If you did want me to do a video on how I source things like vintage trench coats, etc., I'm happy to do it. I did do a video last year and I think I did talk about the trench coat. I can't remember if I owned it yet or not. I think, no, I would have owned it. I would have talked about it, yeah, so that will be in a video. I'll leave a link down below, but it's all about how I source secondhand vintage designer stuff. So this is just an essential. I'll link in the description box a couple of cheaper alternatives that I found on the high street that are really good dupes, but I live in my trench. I think you cannot go wrong. They dress up and down really nicely, they go with everything, they're a bit lighter for the season, they are just an absolute essential. Then we've got my infamous leather jacket, which I live in. I wear this so often. This one's actually from Worst Behaviour a couple of years ago and completely sold out online, which is so annoying because I really want to link it. I'll link similar in the description box, but honestly, leather jackets have my heart, especially at this time of year when it starts to get a bit warmer, because they're just a really good thing to wear to like transition out of the really big thick coats, and I just think they make outfits look really cool. Like when I went to LA last year, I wore this a lot with like a black t-shirt, blue jeans, Vans, etc., and loved it. But I equally wear it with like the satin skirt, a t-shirt and some nice boots or something. Like there is just so many ways that you can style these and they look so good. Like they are just another timeless thing that I don't think you can go wrong with. I do think sometimes it's worth investing a little bit more money into them to get a really good quality one. Wouldn't necessarily say you need to get genuine leather, but there is ones online that are like maybe about £90 for faux leather, little bit higher quality and just a lot. Just they look a bit nicer and they don't have that like fake leather smell that's really horrible. Then lastly on the clothing we have a little cropped puffer gilet, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm obsessed with. I really like wearing this, especially over like hoodies and stuff, or like if I'm just nipping out to the shop and I want to throw something on with like my active wear really quickly. This one is from H&M very recently. I got a medium so it's a little bit bigger. I like the fact it kind of like comes in at the hem, really simple, and this is a great way to kind of transition out of the big puffer coats, because I don't know about you, but some days I get so hot wearing puffer coats, I just want something that is like that but a little bit easier to wear for every day when it's not so cold. So that's kind of where this came in, and it does slightly bring me back to the Jack Wool gilet days, but this one is a winner. It gets worn a lot. And then moving on to shoes, I have 5 pairs to show you, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So we're going to jump down and start talking through those. So first up, we have the Birkenstock Bostons. I got mine in autumn last year because I feel like they are very much a spring and autumn shoe. I really want a couple more colours. I want like a really dark tan, like chestnut kind of colour, and I really want a black pair that are like the softer suede. But I have been living in these recently. Admittedly, they can't really be worn on days when it's like raining and cold, like really cold, but they do work really nicely for those days when it's a little bit warmer and you don't necessarily need to be like wearing a shoe that's like a boot, you know. But these are a khaki colourway. I'm not gonna lie, they are always sold out. I can never find them anywhere, but I'll have a little look around. If not, I'll just link some like general ones with multiple options for colour. I just love them. They are honestly the best thing ever. They go with so many outfits and I've been really loving them for this time of year. Then we've got these, which I've been wearing a lot on social media, and they have been causing a stir because these are really good dupes of the Dunks, and honestly the best dupe I've found on the market, although there is a pair from H&M that are very similar that I'll leave linked, because these are definitely something that is very hot at the moment. Everyone wants them. They seem to be flying out the shops because they're from Primark and they cost £14, which is an absolute bargain, and they had various colourways. So I got these and the neutral, and honestly I've been living in them because I really like the Dunks and I really want the Dunks, but I just don't see the point in spending £130 when I can buy ones like this that look exactly the same minus a tick on the side, and they cost me £14. So I've saved myself like 120 quid here. But these are really good for just dressing up with tracksuits and stuff if you maybe don't want to wear like a plain white shoe. So these with like the grey tracksuit with a leather jacket or something look really cool, but I've also worn them with like jeans and a jumper, etc. But they're just a staple, and I really think that this style of shoe is going to be back this year. I don't know about you, but I do find when something has cost someone a lot of money, they tend to wear it a lot. So you will still notice a lot of people online like reverting back to those designer items they spent a bit more for. And honestly, I just think that's the way the world should work. We should be re-wearing as much as possible. Then we've got my New Balance 550s, which are a trainer that was impossible to get hold of this time last year. Now it's everywhere and you can get hold of it really easily. I'm completely obsessed with these. They actually do need a bit of a clean. These are just like a light pink, and I think it's called like pink and oatmeal or something colourway. I'll try and find the link to them down below, but they seem to be sold out all the time in this specific colour. Although New Balance 550s are literally everywhere at the moment, so you can probably get a million other colours similar. But these are a really good trainer for just dressing up an outfit. I love the fact they're pink. It's not a colour that I necessarily wear a lot in my wardrobe, but I do find that because they're a really subtle neutral pink, they just work really nicely and add a bit of something else. So these have been coming out a lot and I really, really love them. Then we've got these, which are my kind of ankle pointed, slightly heeled boots. I've had these for absolutely ages and I've been getting them out a lot recently, especially for like dressing up an outfit. So wearing these with like jeans and a jumper and a like leather jacket or something, just to kind of add a little bit of something more to an outfit. So they're definitely not like my everyday boots. I still do wear my Doc Jadens a lot, but these are good for just dressing up an outfit if you are like me and you are not a heels gal. I am definitely not a heels gal, so this kind of thing comes in very handy. They're just really simple and they're kind of like my way to really gradually ease into the cowboy boots again, because spring and summer, like when we get later into spring, absolutely love a cowboy boot, but for right now it's a little bit too cold to be wearing like short skirts and stuff, so these have been coming out a lot more. And then last but not least, we have these knee-high boots, which have been in my staples for a very long time. These are ones that I gravitate to weekly without fail. Like I honestly wear these so much and I love them. They are quite old from H&M. I got them maybe like 3 years ago now, so I'll link similar, but these come out a lot. I love the fact they're slightly shinier. I like the height of them. I like that they're slightly heeled and they are just really, really, really comfortable. And I think knee-high boots are great for if you want to start wearing those like shorter skirts and stuff, but you want to keep a bit warmer. These are a great way to do it. Or alternatively, I've actually been really liking having these over like leggings with like a big jumper, like a nice oversized fit, and then like a trench coat or something, because it just makes the leggings look a bit dressier, keeps you warm, but makes it look a bit more like stylish. But that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my spring capsule wardrobe. Let me know in the comments what you would add to your spring wardrobe that I maybe haven't mentioned, just to give anyone else some tips and advice. But I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.